Hey, Brian from GarageMahal. Today I have a VEVOR ice maker. The box it's not super heavy. Like, I can definitely manage it myself, but it might be a team lift, so just keep that in mind. But let's open it up, see what we get inside. And most importantly, I want to open it up and see what type of water line it comes with, so I know how to hook it up. My plans are, I want to make this kind of like a summertime ice machine. And what I mean by that is that I am putting together an outdoor kitchen, and I'm looking to have a lot of ice available, and this thing is going to definitely take care of that. So it looks like it's a box within a box. So let's turn this upside down. So you can kind of see it. So again, it looks like you could probably use it as a tabletop, or you can have it like sitting a lot lower. But again, I think I'm probably gonna have this like sitting like kind of like on a table, so we have easier access to it. It has a 110, 120 volt plug to it, and I think it's got some stuff on the inside. So let's get some of this packing tape off and see what we have inside here. And again, so that's how that door comes up. So that's pretty cool. So it kind of goes up and slides back a little bit, holds in place. And then you got a whole bunch of accessory pieces in here. It looks like there's some more packing tape on the inside here, so we can remove that. Okay, so pretty neat. This thing has a deep bucket inside it, and obviously make sure that you kind of give it a quick wipe down to get some of the manufacturing processes off of this. And let's see what comes in this bag. Okay, again, everything's packed in there. Looks like that's probably going to be your drip line. Well, it comes with one ice scoop, pretty cool. And it has a smaller ice scoop. So it looks like if you're putting some ice in some drinks, you can use that one. Or this one if you are shoveling into whatever you're shoveling it into. So this looks like it has all the little hookup tool pieces to it. And then this is your water line. So that looks like that's gonna be your inlet. And then that's going to be your connector to the tap. So depending on exactly what you have, you'll be able to use that. And I'll give you a closer up view of all these little accessories so you can kind of see, as well as the ice machine manual. So, okay, so that is your water connection. So kind of a thinner line. And I will get the exact measurement on this guy for you, but it says connected tap right there. So then this is your little accessory bag that you have. Now let's go through the manual. So it tells you flat surface, water faucet. So you have that connector, hose connection guide. So that is going to be your, so it says a 1/4 inch intake pipe, your electrical cord in the back, and then you have your drain pipe. So and then just kind of gives you some different parts of that. Now we'll get these pieces off to the side. And then this is the back. So obviously that is your plug. That is your outlet or your drain hose, which is going to be this. And then your water inlet hose is going to be this. And it looks like it has kind of like a press fit fitting on it, so we'll get into more on that as soon as I find a hose and faucet adapter for this. I think I'm going to use a drinking water supply line off of my outsize hose, and then I'm going to find an adapter that fits this as well. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is a 50-foot RV marine drinking water hose, 5/8 inch. So lead-free, BPA-free, anti-kink design, 450 psi bursting pressure, and working temperature, -4 to 176 degrees. So great for your RV, garden, marine, camper. I'm actually going to use it for an outdoor ice maker. So I've already installed a Y hose adapter, and let's hook the hose up. Good idea to make sure you run some fresh water through it, just kind of get the manufacturing process out. And then there we go, nice clean water coming out of that. All right, pressure up a little bit, and I'll turn this off. Okay, so I got the drinking water hose mounted here, and then so I got this adapter. So this is pretty simple. So you basically just kind of unscrew this. You put that over the end of that hose. You push this in over that nipple. You wanted to get it down pretty good. And oh yeah, black fly season up here. So if you see a lot of flies going around, that's what's going on. And then you basically want to hook this to your drinking hose end. Push that until it makes a good connection. And then we'll drop this behind the grills and stuff, and then we'll run this over to the back of the ice maker. And then to the back of the ice maker, it's as simple as just pushing this in to this part right here and pull on it, and it'll stay nice and connected. Then we'll plug this into power. And then don't forget to hook up your drain hose, and it's as simple as just kind of pushing that there, and then you let that drain away from everything. All right, let's flip it around, plug it in. Okay, and once you check for leaks, make sure that you have everything cleared out from inside here. And like I said, you have the 2 ice scoops, and you got a hook in here, so you can kind of actually put both in there like that, and that will fill up the hopper with ice. And check for leaks. Everything seems good. Seems like it's filled up with water. So we'll turn this on. So ice making on. Go from there. And I can already see how it's filling up on the inside there. And I'll bring up the camera a little bit closer as it fills. And again, make sure you run just probably like a full cycle of ice in here before you dump it out. And how fast this makes ice is going to be according to the ambient temperature. This is my outdoor kitchen is basically being built, so I'm going to be putting a roof on. So this is actually going to have like direct sun contact for now. So that is going to probably diminish the amount of ice that it can make just based on the ambient temperature. And again, we'll just let that kind of go. But you got your couple different instructions down here where you can go through, and then we'll just let it go, let it do its thing, and we'll be back. So it's about 3 o'clock here right now, so we'll check in a couple hours and see how it's doing. So stay tuned. We'll take a quick peek inside. So that's what it's doing right now. Okay, so this is basically what it does. Is it makes sheets of the ice, and it kind of like dumps them in, and obviously this has stopped running. So, but I mean, this is like less than 2 hours, right around 2 hours. And I mean, it produces a lot of ice. Just to kind of give you an idea, I want to see how it starts up again. So I'm going to try to push this down. And obviously I had the, so yeah, so that's what starts it up again, is So these were basically kind of like blocking that. But I mean, it filled up the whole hopper in about 2 hours. So pretty remarkable. And yeah, absolutely awesome. Anyway, Brian from GarageMahal, thanks for watching and be safe out there.